For Dr. T, patients come in all shapes, scales, and sizes. And Red, a 4-year-old red kangaroo, has hopped his way into a Texas-sized jam.
Hey, Red. Hey, buddy.
We let him out into the big high fence sometimes, and he always comes up first to get back in the yard and to eat. And he didn't come, so I went out looking, because he was laying where he always lays out there, and I saw his leg.
Red presented to the ER for a dislocated ankle.
He's a good kangaroo.
Oh, he's very cute, but has a really big problem. Poor guy. Unfortunately, a cast or a bandage can't fix this issue, so it's gonna require a surgery. Can I see your beautiful face? Hello, sweetheart. I worked with a lot of kangaroos.
Scratch under his
In
neck,
Florida.
he'll love you for it.
He's looking good, honestly.
Red is a sweetheart. He loves everybody. This is Cage playing with Bucky and Red, the kangaroo.
Yeah, he is special with kangaroo. He actually got 2 kangaroos about 4 years ago.
Kanga's at home, the little female, and then Red is the male. He loves to play football with the grandkids. He's just a sweet, sweet little boy. We're hoping that they're going to be able to repair his leg so he'll have a good quality of the rest of his life.
The type of problem he has is not a fracture, it's, dislocation.
Right.
And so all the tendons and ligaments are kind of, they're broken. They're not gonna be able to be fixed. So what happens in a dislocation like Red's is all the ligaments and tendons were completely ripped, separating the 2 joints apart. Because we can't save all the ligaments and tendons, we have to fuse the bones together at the joint, so it won't have the flexibility it once had, but hopefully he'll still be able to use his leg. So this is my plan. So this is such a big deal to do to your kangaroo, okay? I'm talking about a permanent fusion of his leg. You've probably seen somebody with a broken arm and having to have pins, and they have like bionic apparatus. The best surgical option for Red is to use cross pins, which are gonna go from one bone to the other and make an X, so that way we're keeping it stable at that 90-degree angle to create his new joint. Then we're gonna use an external fixator to support the rest of the leg and keep it perfectly flexed in order to give Red's leg extra support until the joint heals.
How confined does he have to be?
Very. He needs to put weight on it, and he needs to walk around, and he needs to move. But if you are not careful to cage restrict him, then you're potentially gonna have treatment failure. We don't want him feeling good one day and sprinting.
And how long is that?
About 8 weeks. Red's surgery is only half the battle. Kangaroos like to hop, and I need to keep this one from not hopping for at least 8 weeks.
Best case scenario, what quality of life is he going to have?
I don't know if he's gonna be able to full sprint like he used to. And maybe he doesn't even care to run around a lot. Maybe he just wants to snuggle up next to Kanga and eat his hay and call it a day. But that's definitely something to consider. The biggest risk of fixing his ankle is the post-op. So I'm relying on these little pins to stay in place and support the weight of a big adult kangaroo. You can have pin failures, you could have infections after surgery. I think you have a lot to think about. And so I thought today was a good day to introduce ourselves.
He's part of our family. Of course, we're worried and we want him to do the best, and it's like we have one shot at this, and we're just keeping our faith that it's successful.
I feel comfortable with what surgery they're gonna do. It's gonna be a long process, and just hope it goes out for the best.
Before Red heads home, a new bandage and a little bonding time with Dr. T are in order.
Have it for 1 more week. We're gonna do this on Monday. We are.
Not to decide.
On Monday, oh no.
You want to go to the
I'm trying to be a professional. I want to cry. The reality between the surgery and the recovery is that a lot can go wrong. There's no guarantee that this could work. And if it doesn't work, then Red's not gonna have a good quality of life.
Thank you.
Oh, you were so welcome. I can't wait to really help him a lot more.
Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome. We sure have our work cut out for us, but Red's definitely worth it.
We will see you next time, Monday. We have to be here by 9.
Okay, 9.
Yeah.